So it wouldn't be a hairstyling video if I didn't have a mental breakdown. I don't know what to do. What child was asking for this? This was just an unhinged experience. I just got my braces tightened, so I'm in a bit of pain and my teeth keep clashing together, so that's why I'm talking like I've got an apple in my mouth. Hello everyone and welcome to another video, and today we're going to be delving back into a cursed video format. A cursed video format for this channel known as washing dolls' hair. So today I'm going to be taking some of the new dolls that I've got, some of the dolls that I've had in storage for a while, and just giving them a little bit of a spruce up to get them into good display ready condition or to sell or potentially sell. So I've got a couple of different dolls to show you. So we've got Real Drama Cleo, and she's just needs a little bit of a refresh because she's just fresh out the box. And that's pretty much the same with Frosty Night's Chloe, and that's basically the same with Styling Sasha. And then the other two dolls that I'm going to be washing today, one of them is Crew Production Operetta, who I've had for quite a while, and basically her hair is just really not in good condition. It's really dry, it's pretty gross at the ends, to be honest, and her factory hairstyle is a bit of a mess. So I'm going to be washing her, I'm going to be giving her a spruce, and that's pretty much going to decide whether or not I want to keep this doll or not. So she's got a lot on the line this video, let's say. And then the final doll for today is just Pretty and Punk Yasmin. I got her as a double, not intentionally as a double, but I already have one. So I'm just going to be giving her a little bit of a wash before I put her up on Vinted to sell. So we've got quite a bit to get on with today, and we've got some difficult hairstyles to do. This video probably would have been up a lot sooner than it is right now. I don't even know what date this is going to be uploaded on because I have been on the struggle bus because some of these hairstyles are just not easy to do. And once again, I have the audacity to think that I can do everything when it comes to dolls' hair. So today we're going to be seeing if I flop. So please feel free to stick around. And before we get into today's video, I just want to say hello to all the new subscribers, all the people that watched my last video and decided to stick around, which I'm so grateful for. I didn't expect my last video to blow up. I mean, for my channel, the way that it did. I've never had that amount of attention on a video so quickly. Any of my videos across the board, that's not a review, not something new, just a random video of me being unhinged and neurotic and trying to deal with the amount of dolls that I have in my storage. But yeah, if you're a new subscriber, please feel free to comment down below because I'd love to have a little chat with you and we can start talking about dolls. And if you are new to the channel right now, my name is Lyle. I make video content regularly about dolls, specifically brands like Bratz, Rainbow High, Shadow High, Bratzilla's Monster High. So if you like any of those brands, please feel free to stick around because there will be a lot more content coming. So with all that out the way, I think it is time that we get into today's video and I start tackling these dolls. So this took well longer than I'd originally intended, and that kind of tends to be the case on this channel when I try and make a video where I wash multiple dolls' hair at once. So it's cursed. It happened last time. It'll probably happen again. But overall, this wasn't super difficult to clean them, I guess. The only gross thing was the elastics had dry rotted into Yasmin's hair, so I had to pick those out and I had to be really thorough when I gave her a clean. So most of these had some sort of product in, so I needed to just shampoo, condition, all that jazz, but Yasmin just needed an actual scrub because she was a bit dirty as well, and the residue from the elastics was vile. So yeah, I just gave them a little bit of a shampoo, conditioned them, detangled them, gave them a little bit of time to sit with the conditioner in just so that the hair would be nice and moisturized, really. Also go back and watch the time lapse of the conditioner kind of running down the bottle because I found it really therapeutic to watch. And yeah, so pretty much that was all I had to do, and I just kind of like, these are the results. They look nice, they're clean, they're simple, they're just needing to be dried now. So off camera, I do actually eventually go back and boil wash Yasmin's hair because it is really tangled and the ends weren't very nice. But with Sasha and Chloe, I just gave them a little hairnet to try and hold on to the waves and the curls and all that jazz. And you will see the results later on. And then apart from that, it was just leaving them to dry, and Operetta, once again, being a problem child. Styling wise, this time I decided to do the easy stuff first and then leave the hard stuff till later. Last time I did it the other way around and it made me like procrastinate massively. So Cleo was really simple, just a bit of hair gel on the fringe. Sasha was pretty simple as well. I went back to her a couple of times because it wasn't exactly what I wanted. And then Yasmin took a little bit more time because her hairstyle was a lot more intricate than the other ones. But I messed around with Chloe and eventually I got it to a place I liked it. But I'm not really a fan of her default hairstyle. I don't know why they went with a low pony for this doll. But overall, they didn't really take too much attention and they didn't cause me too much stress, and you'll see the results for them later. So it wouldn't be a hairstyling video if I didn't have a mental breakdown. So I need to do Operetta's hair and I have not got a clue what I'm going to do because I've washed all the gel out and it's just, I mean, it's held its shape, so I guess there's that. It's kind of giving like Hedwig and the Angry Inch. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but it's kind of giving that. The back of the hair is just fried and frazzled and just like not in good shape. So I don't actually know how I'm going to tackle this, but you're going to see it. And if you see in this video, I've either smashed it out of the park or this is like found footage and I've disappeared. I'm kind of thinking preemptively. I've got some like bits and pieces, like I've got some straws. I've seen some videos on like how people curl doll hair and stuff like that. So I'm thinking that if I like do something to do with like pins and straws, everything will be fine. The thing that I'm kind of confused about is that I think this hair is going to need some gel, and I'm not against that. I think that it kind of makes sense, and also it came like that and I want it to be neat. I think hair gel is going to help it all stay where it needs to be, but I just don't know how I'm gonna like gel it and keep it in a nice way. I think the other thing that I'm kind of nervous about is this hair is so fried, and in all the stock pictures she has kind of like flips at the back. I just don't even know what's going on. I don't have a clue what's going to happen here. This just looks unhinged and wild, and I already know that this video is going to be up really, really late because I don't know what to do. So I guess we're just going to think about this and we're going to try and see what happens. After having a little bit of a play with this, I think I'm going to factory reset this hair and I'm going to boil her and hope it goes flat and then go from there. I just haven't got a clue. Why did they decide? I mean, I know it's like a rockabilly like kind of vibe, this hairstyle, but what child was asking for this? I've just got loads of new subscribers, so you've potentially not seen me with my glasses on before. I don't identify as a person who wears glasses. I just have to wear glasses to see. So this is what I think I look like, but this is what I look like because I can't see without them. So I wear contact lenses a lot, and I don't know why you guys need to know that, but yeah, I think I'm gonna boil her and maybe that will sort out this like crunchy moment at the back. So when I come back, we'll have to wait and see what happens, guys, because I haven't a clue. I genuinely, like, even when I'm trying to rationalize and like intellectualize what I'm going to do with this doll, I have not got a clue. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So I'd rationalized giving her a boil wash just because I thought that made the most sense to try and like deal with the really dry and horrible ends of her hair. But the thing is like, I never really know how to feel about Saran. Sometimes I feel like it can be so lovely and soft and amazing, and sometimes I just feel like I can't get control of it and it's just not doing what I want. Right, so this is where I'm at right now with Operetta. She is the one and only thing that is delaying this video so much. I finished the other girls and I'm actually quite happy with how they look, and I guess we're just having another Lena situation where I just don't even know how to fathom what I'm supposed to do with this doll. So this is what she looks like right now. I did boil wash her just because, yeah, the hair was quite fried at the ends across the board, to be honest, including the parts at the front and everything like that. So even though I've boiled her, The saran's kind of kept the curl pattern, but I mean, the back still looks dry and not great anyway. So yeah, it's time to tackle Operetta and hopefully get her into a nice shape and condition and decide if I want to keep her. I've been thinking about what I'm going to do for a while, like days and days, like almost a week now I think about it, because her original factory hairstyle is not something really simple and easy to do. And yeah, so I think this is going to be a Lena 2.0. I think I'm going to lose my mind. I think I'm going to contemplate quitting YouTube and collecting dolls in general. So let's see if I do have the mental capacity and fortitude to survive redoing her hair. So my plan is to try and keep this as simple as possible and not get too many bits and pieces and pins and straws and combs and everything involved. First of all, what I think is going to make my life easier with this doll is I think I'm going to trim her bangs. Her bangs are so long at the moment, obviously, as you can see. And when this gets all curled up, I mean, it works, but like there's so much more hair than actually needs to be there. So I think if I trim this just a little bit, that will mean that there's less bulk and less hair involved so that I can kind of do this in a much more straightforward and easier way. I've probably just cursed myself by saying that out loud, but yeah, so that's the plan. I'm going to do the fringe first. I'm thinking that I'm going to try and keep this simple, and I think what I'm going to do is trim the hair, wet the hair, gel the hair, and then with my fingers kind of like train it into a direction and hope that the gel does its job and keeps it nice and hopefully looks good. Because then if that works, I'm going to do the same with the side pieces. I think I might trim these as well, just because I don't know, it just seems like there's so much hair for what the style entails. Like, do you really need to have 2 full loops for the side parts and the victory roll and all that? I don't think so. So I have no authority, no knowledge, no prior knowledge to how to do this. So let's just switch to a time lapse and see what happens. I'm just really hoping, you know what, I'm going to manifest before we begin. I'm going to manifest that this goes really easily and this looks amazing. That's what I'm going to do. It's going to be really good and I'm not going to fall apart and lose my mind. So I can't procrastinate anymore. So let's just get started. Right, I just want to give you a little update because, sorry, I'm not in the shot, but I don't want to change the camera angle when I move on. So we've had some success. I've cut some hair, only a little bit, but can I just show you guys this? I would say that I kind of think I've ate a little bit, maybe not massively. So we did end up switching to some straws. We've got quite a lot of gel on here, but that's okay. But so far, I mean, what I'm worried about is, like, so far, that's actually not bad. That's not bad, guys. That's not bad. Please write down in the comments, that's not bad, if you think that's not bad. So the only thing I'm a little bit nervous about is I'm going to let this kind of dry. I put quite a bit of gel on it. There is a bit of separation, probably because I have put so much gel on here, but you know what? You know what? That's not bad for 20 minutes of work, which is kind of insane for me to say. So I'm going to try and do that with the side ones. What I'm nervous about though is, like, when this dries, how am I going to take the pins and the straw out without ruining it? I'm really not mad at this right now. It's a bit wonky, it's a bit weird, but you know what? Let's just get on with it, because the quicker I do this now, the quicker this is over. Anyway, wish me luck on the sides. Here we go. Second update, I'm on the verge of jumping off a cliff because I can't get this little curl to stay like this. My straws are too small and it's just the worst. Just stay like this, you stupid piece of hair. And I just know that if I try and remove my finger from this, it's gonna absolutely mess up. This is gonna be awful. I should still be happy and positive, but this is gonna be awful. It's taken me double the time to get to here that it did for me to the fringe, and the fringe is getting all clumpy now. This is everyone apart from my fault. I think maybe this is a sign from the universe that me and Operetta shouldn't be in each other's lives. So I decided to really go ham and like give it beans and do my best, because I was like, if I've got this far, I may as well just lock in and get the results that I want. So I spent so much time, even off camera after this, really going ham on this hairstyle to get it into a place that I was happy with it. So we're back and it's time to have a look at the results. I've got a lot to talk about and a lot to show you and a lot of gushing to do.
Ew, Michelle.
First of all, we're going to start off with the doll of the moment, also known as Crew Production Operetta. This was a huge struggle. Much like Lena's hair was, it was a really big struggle for me to get her into a place where I'm really happy with her. So with all that said, so she is absolutely stunning. This is exactly how I wanted her to turn out. She's so stunning that she doesn't need clothes. Her hair is absolutely gorgeous. I've trimmed it in all the right ways. This is just probably one of the best things I've ever done in my life when it comes to dolls, and I'm so proud of how this turned out. This is a mess. I lost control of the vehicle very quickly and I just jumped out. I just jumped out the car. She is an actual mess. This is hot garbage. Poor Operetta. Poor Operetta, look what I did to her. This is awful. Right, so the way the hair was going when I was originally styling it was going well, and I was really optimistic and I thought it was going to be great. And then when it dried and I removed the pins, it just pinged out all over the place. And then I also trimmed the hair, as you can probably see here and here. I don't know if you can see it very well. So that the rolls on the side would be easier to do, and they weren't easy. So I trimmed the hair for no reason. And you know what? I apologise profusely to Operetta because I've absolutely destroyed her. Is there a universe and timeline where I fix this doll and everything goes well? Probably. Are we in that timeline right now? No. So yeah, I have kind of like emotionally bonded, like trauma bonded with this doll. So I don't think I'm gonna get rid of her, but I also don't think I've got the mental fortitude right now to try and fix her again. So yeah, I'm probably gonna rewash her hair and just put her into storage for a while. Because you know what? The more time I've spent with this doll, the more I appreciate all the details on her, like her tattoos and her little, oh, I'm on the wrong side, that side, the scar pattern and all that jazz. I think it's really, really cool. One thing I don't like, and I didn't notice originally, her head is such a different colour to her body. Like this is such like a grey purple, and this is such like a much more vibrant purple. And anyway, yeah, so I've messed this doll up. This was a flop, this was a fail. And what I'm going to take away from this is, and I think that this is a really important lesson for everybody who's watching, this is just a human experience, you know what I mean? Like sometimes we're good at things and sometimes we absolutely mess up doll's hair and just press the evacuate button and don't even try anymore. So yeah, I apologise to Operetta. I apologise to anybody that wanted this Crew production, because I've absolutely, I mean, okay, maybe I'm being dramatic. I haven't completely decimated this doll, but... And now she's out of the picture and we don't have to talk about her ever again. So next up, staying in the Monster High kind of like area, is Real Drama Cleo, and I'm really happy with how she turned out. Her fringe is a little bit crispy and crunchy, but you know what? She looks good from afar, and sometimes that's all you need. But yeah, I really like this doll. She's like a stand-in for like a original Cleo, so I really like her. I think she's turned out really lovely. Her hair is nice and soft and silky, and I didn't really have to do much with it, to be completely honest. I think the biggest hurdle really is the tinsel. The tinsel is just a little bit wild and it sticks out and it gets tangled when you try and comb it and it rags, and it's not the best, but aside from that, I think she's turned out really, really well. And yeah, I'm really happy and ready to put her on display. I would actually like a pre-production of regular Cleo, but I don't really see that happening anytime soon, so this will have to do. But she's turned out really well. Her hair is nice and soft, so I can't really complain. And yeah, she looks really good. So now we're moving on to Bratz, and we're going to be looking at Frosty Night's Chloe. Now you may know, if you watch my channel, I don't really like to restyle dolls' hair away from like its original like factory style, but I just kind of thought she looked better with her hair down. You can see all the curls and it gives a bit more volume, and it's like, I just think that this is super, super simple. Now, I just don't think this doll is very good at being shown on camera because she just looks super glossy and kind of weird, but I really love the way that this turned out, and I think it looks so much better than her having like a low ponytail. She does have quite a big FOD, so good for her. Relatable content. We've got matching foreheads, and sometimes I look quite shiny as well, so I can't really drag her for that. I will say, if you are subscribed to Plastic Hearts, she has done a hair restyle of this and did like a little short, and so she gave Chloe like a blunt bang and then a high ponytail, and it looked amazing. And I was considering copying that. I started to kind of like style the high ponytail, and I was going to see how it looked, and then I was going to cut the bangs, and I gave up. Sometimes I try and lock in and do the most, and sometimes you just need to wash the doll's hair and make it look nice and not do too much. And that was what I did with Chloe. So yeah, I really love this doll. I think she looks so stunning, and I'm really glad with all the like the way the curls turned out at the back. So yeah, really simple, just really washed her hair and left it the way it was, and I love it. So second to last, we're going to be looking at styling Sasha. Now, I haven't really done anything particularly extensive with this doll either. I was going to put her little twists back in, but I didn't have the patience that day, and it just kept messing up and not looking good. So I just left her with like a little middle part and fringe, like a lot of Bratz dolls do. But I'm really happy with how she turned out. I am so shocked about, so when her hair was originally super, super crispy and not good, and once I washed it, I haven't done anything particularly extensive with it, but it's got so much volume and it looks so nice. And I'm really gagged like how when she was in the box, it just kind of looked so like there wasn't a lot of hair, but her hair is so thick and it's so soft, and I just love the volume, and it's just made me love this doll so much more. I think she's got such a pretty face, and I have plans for this doll, and I'm going to manifest that they actually come into fruition because I'm so good at not doing what I want to do with my dolls. So yeah, I just love this Sasha so much, and I just think that she looks so good, and I just love how this feels, and I love the volume of the hair, and she turned out really nice. So yeah, really happy with her. Right, so the final doll that I want to show you is one that every time I look at this doll, I don't know if I'm like gaslighting myself. I don't know if I'm like going like good hair, doll hair, kind of like blind at this point because I spent so much time on this doll, but I'm so obsessed with the way it turned out, and I just hope that it actually looks good and I haven't just gone like insane. It's time to take a little look at Pretty and Punk Yasmin, and I'm so obsessed with this doll. I don't know if it looks as good on camera as I feel like it does in person, but there's just something about this style. I love this doll anyway, and it's so strange. I feel like a lot of like when you go back and watch like the Pretty and Punk commercials, the hairstyles that they've done in those videos are really wild and really out there, and I'm obsessed with them. And what I really love about Pretty and Punk just in general is that there's like this I feel like punk aesthetic kind of gives you this like permission to be a little bit more messy with it. And I really think that this blends like the Y2K aesthetic and hairstyles with that punkness and also just that messiness as well. And I love how, because of her hairstyle, a lot of her hair is like different lengths and stuff. It doesn't, you can't really see it here, but like there's like little bits that are just not the same length as everything else. And I just love how this turned out. I don't think by any means it is an absolutely perfect rendition of like the Pretty in Punk hairstyle, but I just think that this looks so good. Pretty in Punk Yasmin is like my channel mascot in a way at this point. She's been my display picture since I started, which is over a year now, by the way. A whole year now. Like when this video goes up, it'll be over a year. My first video was on the 31st of January 2025, so that's insane. I don't know, even though this hairstyle is quite difficult and like the buns on the top and everything like that was difficult to recreate, I really feel like I've kind of like bonded with this doll now, and I kind of don't want to sell it, which is insane because I already have one. And I kind of wanted to show you guys the two different versions of this hairstyle that I've done. So these are both first wave Pretty in Punk dolls. They're not, this isn't a reproduction, this is the original. Look at the differences between them. The colours are so much more vibrant in this second one that I've got. Pretty in Punk Yasmin is so underrated, and I love her, and I love how she's turned out. Does anybody else like get it? Does anybody, like, I feel like this is the kind of thing where if you get it, you get it. I feel like this doll, this one that I did originally, kind of has much more of like it's got that punky vibe, but it's a lot more clean. Whereas this one is a bit more rebellious and like rougher on the edges, and I kind of like that. Pretty in Punk Yasmin, you are the icon that you are, the mother that you are, the queen that you are. One thing I will say is that I spent so much time combing this doll's hair that it's super loose now. It's like really loose. She should be able to look forward. Oh, well, she is now, but like she just knocks back because the head is so loose. I'm super obsessed with this, and I just kind of don't want to sell her now. I want to get another one and do it again and do all the hair again and stuff like that. But yeah. There's something so cool about this doll that I absolutely adore. I think in a way, when I'm doing doll's hair, if it's for me and my collection, I'm like, I need to be laser focused. I need to make this amazing. And when I'm like doing dolls to kind of get rid of them, I'm like, let's get them into a nice condition. And then the other person who buys the doll can do the extra work themselves. But the more I spent time on this doll's hair, the more I was like, this feels like a doll that's going into my collection, because I was being so precise with it. So that's all the dolls that I cleaned up today, and obviously, if you cannot tell by now, my absolute favourite was Pretty in Punk Yasmin, so she's turned out really good. But overall, I'm really happy with how the results turned out. I think they're all going to look really good on display, and Operetta is going to look amazing in a storage bin. So with all that said, that is all I have to say today. Let me know down below which doll you thought turned out the best, and if you've got any tips to restore Operetta, please let me know down below as well, because I didn't have the capacity and I did have the audacity, and that's how she turned out the way that she has. So with all that said, thank you so much for watching, and thank you to all the new people that subscribed recently, because seeing my subscriber count jump from like 400 to 620, which is where it's at right now, was so wild, and I'm so appreciative. And yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.